mechanism for them to trade easier, okay? Does that make sense? All right? Okay, so let's go back to the question. This system looks great. I can print money out of nothing, but there's a problem with this system. What's the problem? There's a problem here.
Like you can forge the receipts and, the money fakes.
Okay, that's actually a great question, okay? So, yeah, is it possible to forge the contract, okay? So, that's a really good point. The problem is, so the answer is that they all knew each other anyway. Okay, because it's a very small circle. Again, we have not reached the modern period where it's a lot of people using money. If that's the case, then forgery becomes a problem. We'll discuss this in future classes, okay? Counterfeiting. But at this point in history, forgery is actually not a big issue. There's actually a bigger issue. And it's a huge issue. What's the issue? I have $5 million of gold, right? There's about $10 million of gold out there in receipts. What's the problem with that? The problem is that if everyone wants to gold at the same time, I go bankrupt, right? Because I lose my reputation. The contract says that at any time you want the gold, I must give it to you. But if I have if there's $100 million in gold contracts, but I only have $10 million in gold, only if 15 million wants the gold back, then I'm screwed. This is what we call a bank run. Okay, a bank run. And this is a huge problem for merchants. Okay? There's also another problem with the system. And the problem is this. Who do I usually lend my money to? You guys know? If I'm a bank, if I'm a merchant, who do I usually lend my money to? Okay, guys. Today we lend the money to entrepreneurs. But back then, there really weren't entrepreneurs. There were kings and noble people. And what did they do all the time? Why did they need money? To fight wars. Okay? That's why there's a demand for gold. Because if I'm a king, I need to fight a war. Usually against my brother or someone else to control this territory. Right? Now, the problem with this is I could get killed, in which case, oops. But also, what's much more common is the king would be like, screw you, bank, I don't need to pay you back. Okay? So there's actually a lot of risks with this system. So over time, develop a system to mitigate or reduce this risk. Okay? What would they do? What they would do is they would create cartels. Cartels are just partnerships. So maybe this bank works with another bank, works with another bank throughout Europe. And the way they establish these cartels is usually through intermarriage, right? They would marry each other, they would combine together. And that way, let's say 15 million of receipts wants back the gold, but there's only 10 million. Well, guess what? You just go to another bank. Okay? And let's just say a king decides, I'm not going to pay you back, bank. Well, your bank works with other banks to establish a new enemy to kill the king to get the money back. Do you understand? And this system is what we call today central banking. And what you will learn is, okay? Now, what we think about this system is based on power. Right? Power is nothing, money, contract, in every. Right? Okay, so we know what banks can print out money, right? So now let's ask ourselves, wait a minute here. If the banks can print as money as possible, why we have poverty? Right? Because money anymore. Why? If there's only one people, don't have research, right? So you see prominence to be because how is this? Yeah, so money in the that's true. You see what's happening is this. You all believe money is scarce, okay? I just spent the past 10, 20 minutes explaining to you, it's not scarce, it's infinite. It's just a number. We can at any time print out as much money as we need, okay? So that's how power works. Power has brainwashed you into thinking something that is not true. You've been taught from the first day that money is scarce. But it's not scarce, it's infinite. And no matter what I say to you, you still believe this, okay? So you have to get that out of your head. Money is not scarce, it is infinite. So let's go back to the question. Why is there poverty in this world? Why do people starve? Why is there inequality in this world? Why are there poor people? Why are there rich people? What's the answer?
Because they don't print infinite money.
Okay, because it's scarce. Okay, so guys, this is amazing, okay? You guys can't get out of your head. You think money is scarce. It's impossible to print infinite money, or it is to print infinite money. They use it all the time, yeah? Because we don't want people to all have money. The poor people don't want it. And because otherwise, no one will work.